My name is Anshul. I was born and raised in Port Blair in the Andaman Islands. People often ask me why I moved away from my hometown for college in Delhi. The answer is simple. I wanted a bigger future. What I never expected was that college would introduce me to a boy whose life would become one of the saddest stories I have ever witnessed. His name was Arav Patel. This is his story. And unfortunately, every word of it could have happened to someone. I met Arav during our first week of college. He was quiet, intelligent, and unusually kind. While most students spent their first days trying to impress everyone, Arav spent his time helping strangers find classrooms and sharing notes. We became friends almost immediately. There was something lonely about him. At the time, I couldn't understand why. Years later, I would. Arav came from a family that appeared perfect from the outside. His father was respected. His mother was educated. His younger sister, Ananya, was bright and ambitious. Yet beneath the surface, their family was poisoned by favoritism. Arav was the golden child, not because he wanted to be, not because he earned it, simply because he was born a son. His parents never openly admitted it, but everyone could see it. Whenever relatives visited, they praised Arav. Whenever money was limited, it was spent on him. Whenever opportunities appeared, they were given to him first. Ananya watched everything. Every single day. Children notice unfairness more than adults realize. And while Arav enjoyed privileges he never requested, Ananya accumulated resentment she never expressed. Ironically, Arav loved his sister. He shared his books, helped her with studies, protected her from bullies, yet none of that mattered. Because in her eyes, he represented the life she was denied. Years passed. Then came another secret. Arav was gay. He told me one rainy evening during our second year of college. He looked terrified, not because he feared me, because he feared everyone else. I remember exactly what I told him. "You are still my friend." He started crying, not loudly, just silently. As if years of fear had finally found somewhere to escape. From that day forward, I became the only person who knew. Then Arav met Rohan. For the first time, I saw him genuinely happy. The two of them spent years together, planning futures, sharing dreams, building a life. I honestly believed they would stay together forever. I was wrong. The disaster began when Arav introduced Rohan to his family. At first, everything seemed normal. Then Ananya started spending time with him. Long conversations, private messages, secret meetings. Arav trusted both of them completely, which made the betrayal even worse. One night he called me. I had never heard someone sound so broken. "Anshul," he whispered. "They are together." I froze. "What?" "Ananya and Rohan." I thought he was mistaken. He wasn't. His own sister had begun a relationship with the man he loved. When he confronted them, neither denied it. Neither apologized. Instead, years of buried anger exploded. Ananya accused him of stealing their parents' love, of living the life she deserved, of receiving opportunities she never got. The tragedy was that Arav wasn't responsible for any of it. Yet he became the target anyway. Within months, Rohan left him completely. Then he married Ananya. As if that wasn't enough, she became pregnant. The entire family celebrated. Photographs filled social media. Congratulations poured in. Meanwhile, Arav was barely surviving. Then came the final betrayal. Ananya revealed Arav's sexuality to their parents. The result was catastrophic. His father erupted with rage. Relatives began insulting him. Family members treated him like a disgrace. Arav stopped calling me for weeks. When he finally did, his voice sounded empty. Not sad, empty, like someone whose spirit had been exhausted. Soon afterward, he left India. He moved to Dublin. The city became his refuge, a place where nobody knew his past, a place where he could breathe. For a while, things improved. He found work, made friends, started rebuilding. I believed the worst was over. I was wrong again. One winter evening, Arav called me from Dublin. His mother had contacted him. She was apologizing, crying, begging him to come home. According to her, the family had changed. His father regretted everything. His sister felt guilty. Everyone wanted reconciliation. I immediately felt suspicious. But Arav desperately wanted to believe it. He still loved his family, even after everything. Especially after everything. Against my advice, he booked a flight. His parents welcomed him at the airport. His mother hugged him. His father smiled. For the first time in years, he felt hope. The hope would not survive long. A few days after arriving home, strange things began happening. Questions about inheritance appeared repeatedly. Discussions about his grandfather's estate suddenly dominated conversations. His grandfather had loved him deeply. Before passing away, the old man had left significant assets intended for Arav's future. At first, Arav ignored the warning signs. Then he discovered documents connected to the inheritance that appeared suspicious. His instincts told him something was wrong. The more he investigated, the worse the truth became. The apology had never been genuine. The reunion had never been genuine. The tears had never been genuine. His family wanted access to the inheritance. Nothing more. When he called me, he sounded physically sick. They never wanted me back. I remember sitting silently for several seconds because I knew he was right. The realization broke something inside him, not because he lost money, because he lost hope. Hope that his parents still loved him. Hope that families could heal. Hope that his childhood home still existed somewhere beneath the hatred. It didn't. Eventually, the truth emerged. The inheritance scheme collapsed before it could succeed. Legal complications exposed inconsistencies. The assets remained protected, but the emotional damage was irreversible. Arav returned to Dublin, this time permanently. When he arrived, I flew from Port Blair to visit him. The moment I saw him, I barely recognized him. The cheerful boy from college had disappeared. The confident professional from Dublin had disappeared. What remained was exhaustion. Months passed, then years. Healing happened slowly. Some days he improved, other days he didn't leave his apartment. But little by little, life returned. We traveled together, watched terrible movies, argued about cricket, shared meals, laughed again. The process was painfully slow, yet it worked. One evening, while walking along the River Liffey, Arav asked me a question. "Do you think any of this was my fault?" I stopped walking because I knew exactly what he meant. The favoritism. The betrayal. The hatred. The revenge, the lies, everything. I looked directly at him. No, he didn't respond, so I continued. "You didn't choose to be the favorite child." Silence. "You didn't choose your parents' mistakes." Silence. "You didn't make your sister feel neglected." Silence. "You didn't force anyone to betray you." Finally, tears appeared in his eyes, not dramatic tears, just honest ones. The kind that arrive after carrying pain for too many years. For the first time, I think he believed me. The truth is complicated. Ananya was wrong, but she was also hurt. Their parents were wrong, but they were trapped inside old beliefs. Rohan was wrong, yet his selfishness revealed weaknesses already present within the family. Everyone contributed to the tragedy. Everyone except Arav. His greatest mistake was loving people who didn't deserve his trust. Years later, I received a message from him. Only one sentence. A sentence I will never forget. "I finally feel free." Not because he had forgotten, not because he had forgiven everyone, but because he stopped carrying responsibility for things that were never his fault. Today, Arav still lives in Dublin. He has new friends, new dreams, a new life. His family remains far away. The scars remain too. Some wounds never completely disappear, yet he keeps moving forward. And perhaps that is the real victory. Not revenge, not justice, not inheritance. Survival. Because after everything they took from him, they never managed to take the most important thing, his future. And as his friend, I can say with certainty that despite all the darkness he endured, Arav's story did not end with betrayal. It ended with something stronger. Hope, and he is dating a white guy named Tag, which is very liberal, and I hate him. But I wish him good luck for the future. And who can people write so much? My hands are hurting. Drop your verdict in the comments. Wait, what?